Module 2. Social Structure and Social Interaction. Sociology, the study of social life, is inherently complex and multifaceted. The fabric of society is woven from myriad interactions and structures that sociologists aim to understand through various levels of analysis. At the heart of sociological inquiry are the concepts of social structure and social interaction. The former frames the organized patterns of relationships and institutions that form the backbone of society. The latter is the dynamic and vibrant aspect of sociology that examines how individuals and groups interact, shaping and being shaped by the broader social fabric. The macrosociological perspective. Macrosociology serves as the wide-angle lens of this discipline, capturing the grand tableau of social life. It encompasses the examination of social institutions, societal changes, and the overall patterns that govern large-scale social relations. Through this perspective, sociologists can observe the transformation of societies, such as the shift to biotech societies characterized by significant advancements in genetic engineering. This transformation is not merely technological, but also sociological, altering our very understanding of life and self-identity. An intriguing macrosociological phenomenon is the McDonaldization of society. This term refers to the increasing presence of the fast food model in various sectors, illustrating the standardization of everyday life. It's a process where principles of efficiency, calculability, predictability, and control become dominant in shaping social institutions, from shopping malls to education, making them resemble the operational model of a fast food restaurant. This concept highlights a transformation in the social order, emphasizing uniformity and automation in various spheres of daily life. Social institutions and societal transformations. Social institutions, the stable structures of our society, are foundational in the study of macrosociology. They give order to individual and collective actions, whether it's in the sphere of family life, the education system, religious practices, or government policies. These institutions are the gears of society, often invisible yet indispensable in maintaining social order. Changes in social order. The macrosociological lens also focuses on the changes in social order, such as those propelled by economic shifts, technological advancements, or cultural revolutions. Functionalism and the conflict perspective are two sociological approaches intimately linked to this understanding. Functionalism views society as a complex system striving for equilibrium, whereas the conflict perspective sees social life as a competition for limited resources. Microsociological perspective. Social interaction in everyday life. Turning to the microsociological perspective, this is where we zoom into the daily interactions that make up the texture of social life. Sue, with her expertise in nonverbal interaction, symbolizes this perspective perfectly. She interprets the subtle yet powerful language of gestures, silence, expressions, and the use of space that people engage in daily. This expertise is essential for understanding the intricate ballet of social interaction that occurs at the individual and group levels. Dramaturgy and ethnomethodology. Dramaturgy and ethnomethodology are two approaches within microsociology that offer unique insights into social interaction. Dramaturgy sees life as a stage where individuals perform, managing the impressions they leave on their audience. Ethnomethodology digs deeper to reveal the background assumptions and unwritten rules that guide everyday interactions. The social construction of reality. Both macrosociology and microsociology contribute to what we call the social construction of reality. This concept underscores that our perceptions of reality are shaped through social processes and interactions. For instance, the stereotypes that we often navigate in social encounters are not just personal prejudices, but are influenced by the larger social narratives, and can profoundly affect our interactions. Synthesizing macrosociology and microsociology. Understanding society necessitates a synthesis of both the macro and micro perspectives. Macrosociology helps us comprehend the broad frameworks and patterns that shape societal structures, while microsociology offers a close-up on the dynamic interactions between individuals and groups. Together, they weave a comprehensive picture of social life, enabling us to understand how societal forces shape individual experiences and vice versa. In sum, the study of social structure and social interaction is a dance between the general and the specific, the global and the local, the structural and the individual. As students of sociology, you're invited to join this dance, to appreciate the rhythms of society, and to contribute to the ongoing conversation about what it means to live together in this world. Social groups and formal organizations. Social groups and formal organizations are fundamental components of societal structure, influencing how individuals interact and the roles they assume. Understanding these elements can provide us with insights into the functionality of society as a whole. Let's delve into the various groups within society. Imagine a fabric of society woven with different threads, each thread representing a different type of social group. Among these, secondary groups are larger and more impersonal. They are based on some shared interest or activity, and their members are likely to interact on a superficial level. For instance, a professional association. Now picture walking into a room where everyone seems to know each other, sharing jokes and stories. This is what we refer to as an in-group, a group where members feel belonging and identity. Conversely, an out-group is one to which people feel they do not belong, often viewed with disdain or opposition by in-group members. In a socially diverse society, these group distinctions can have profound implications. They can influence individuals' perceptions, attitudes, and behaviors toward others. For example, in-group favoritism can lead to prejudice and discrimination against out-group members. This dynamic is further complicated by reference groups, those that people refer to when evaluating their own qualities, circumstances, or conduct. They can be groups we belong to or aspire to join, and they often set and enforce standards of behavior. Social networks, on the other hand, represent the web of relationships that connect individuals to others. These networks can be tight-knit clusters of close friends and family, or sprawling webs that include distant acquaintances and connections. The digital age has expanded these networks far beyond what was traditionally possible. Moving on to bureaucracies. These are formal organizations characterized by a hierarchy of authority, a clear division of labor, explicit rules, and impersonality. They can be visualized as the scaffolding that holds up institutions like governments, corporations, and universities. Bureaucracies are designed to operate efficiently by systematically coordinating the work of many individuals. However, bureaucracies are not without their dysfunctions. These can range from inefficiencies like red tape and unnecessary paperwork to more serious issues like alienation among workers who feel like mere cogs in the machine. Dysfunctions can also include a lack of communication between units and an overemphasis on rules and regulations, which can stifle innovation and responsiveness. Working for a corporation, one might experience these dysfunctions firsthand. The impersonality and hierarchy can lead to feelings of detachment and frustration. Yet, corporations also embody the potential for group dynamics to foster teamwork, creativity, and achievement. Group dynamics, the study of groups and how they function, is central to understanding how individuals behave within different social contexts. In small groups, such as a team working on a project, the defining characteristic is that all members can interact directly with one another. This direct interaction facilitates close cooperation, and the development of strong leadership within groups can also significantly affect dynamics. Leaders can adopt various styles, from authoritarian to democratic, each influencing the group's performance and satisfaction differently. In sum, whether discussing secondary groups or the intricacies of bureaucracies, the study of social groups and formal organizations reveals much about the nature of human interactions and societal structures. It's through this lens that we can appreciate the complex tapestry of society, woven together by the various groups and organizations that compose it. Deviance and social control. In the intricate tapestry of social life, deviance stands out as a thread that refuses to align with the established pattern. It's behavior that strays from the norms, those tacit agreements that make collective life possible. Norms aren't just rules. They're the silent choreography that orchestrates our social interactions, enabling us to predict each other's moves and live together harmoniously. Now, consider the nature of deviance. It's not merely about the act itself, but significantly about the societal reaction to it. Imagine someone stepping out of line. What makes their action deviant isn't just what they've done, but how others perceive and respond to it. This reaction underscores the idea that deviance is relative. It shifts and changes with societal views and contexts. Sanctions. The societal responses, ranging from frowns to formal penalties, reinforce the norms by rewarding conformity and punishing deviance. They serve as reminders of what is expected, nudging us back in line when we stray. Delving deeper into why individuals deviate, we encounter several theories. The symbolic interactionist perspective, for instance, posits that deviance is learned through associations. Differential association theory, formulated by Edwin Sutherland, suggests that if we mingle with rule breakers, we're more likely to break rules ourselves. Control theory, another facet of symbolic interactionism, argues that strong social bonds prevent deviance. We conform because we care about the opinions of those around us and do not wish to jeopardize our relationships. Labeling theory brings a different angle. It claims that deviance is in the eye of the beholder. Acts become deviant when labeled as such by society, and those labeled often internalize and live up to their deviant status. The functionalist perspective offers an intriguing paradox. Deviance, while seemingly negative, can actually serve social functions. It can act as a catalyst for change, clarifying norms, and even strengthening group solidarity. But what happens when society sets goals that not all can reach? This is where strain theory comes into play, highlighting the stress that arises when people lack legitimate means to achieve socially approved goals, leading some to choose deviance as an alternative path. Merton's concept of illegitimate opportunity structures further explains that in some environments, the usual avenues for success are barred, and alternative, often deviant, routes become more appealing. Then we have the conflict perspective, which views deviance as a consequence of social inequality. Those in power define deviance to protect their interests, while those who deviate often do so out of disenfranchisement or rebellion. Society's reaction to deviance has evolved over time. Historically, deviant behavior may have been met with severe punishment or ostracism. Nowadays, we increasingly see deviant behavior, particularly that which deviates from mental health norms, as something to be treated rather than punished. This reflects the medicalization of deviance, where such behavior is framed as a symptom of illness, shifting the focus from moral judgment to therapy and rehabilitation. Understanding deviance requires us to recognize that it's a social construct, shaped by collective reactions and the power dynamics within society. It's a reminder that our assessment of behavior is influenced by the broader social context, and what is considered deviant today may not be tomorrow. By exploring deviance through these various lenses, we grasp the nuances of human behavior and the societal structures that shape our judgments and responses.